Many members of the community are standing in solidarity with those whose lives were lost in Saturday's nightclub shooting. Our Jeremiah Marshall joins us now live in the studio with more. Jeremiah.
Yeah, Sonia, those who say were community leaders say the recent shooting that happened in Colorado Springs say it's heartbreaking and reveal why several nonprofits are not only raising awareness but also want to take time out to honor the lives that were lost.
It's always devastating to get news like this.
Local leaders say the many lives that were taken and affected by the Club Q deadly shooting will not be forgotten.
But it's important also, especially from my perspective, that we have to stand in solidarity to show that we are against this type of incident, we're against this type of violence, and more importantly, we're against the type of hate and bigotry and rhetoric that leads up to this.
Brownsville Commissioner of District 3, Roy De Los Santos, says it hurts that something so tragic can happen in our nation at the end of Transgender Awareness Week and on the Day of Remembrance. An event was hosted at the UTRGV campus. Supporters of transgender individuals say it's important that no one is treated differently and have hate towards their lifestyles.
Maybe if we let the people know that they're human, just like us. They're the same, just like us. They bleed like us. They have feelings. They have a parent. They have a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister.
Yvonne Avila's transgender sibling, Kimberly, disappeared from Brownsville several years ago. Commissioner De Los Santos says hateful rhetoric and prejudice are things that spark violent actions towards one another.
So it's important because we've seen the rhetoric ramping up in the last year, and we know that that is usually a precursor to acts of violence.
And the community of Brownsville and more stands with Colorado Springs.
So as a community, we're speaking very loudly that this is a community of inclusion and acceptance and equality for everyone. But we always have to be mindful that that can sometimes embolden those who hate.
And tomorrow, there will be a candlelight vigil at Barbie in Brownsville that's located at 635 East 10th Street in Brownsville. We'll have more information about this event and so much more on our website. That's at valleycentral.com. In studio, I'm Jeremiah Marshall. Sonia.
Thank you so much, Jeremiah. And as the investigation continues, new court documents show initial charges against the suspect in the killing spree, 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich, will include 5 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of bias-motivated crime causing bodily injury. The mother of a victim in Saturday's Colorado Springs nightclub shooting talks about the loss of her son. Sabrina Aston says her son, Daniel Aston, was working as a bartender that night and was among the 5 people who died at Club Q. At least 25 others were injured, and speaking with the Associated Press, Sabrina Aston said legislators must take action to prevent future tragedies.
I'm almost positive it's a hate crime because it's the anniversary of the Orlando, Florida killing at the LGBT club, and it's on the same date. And so they were doing like a celebration of life for those people that had died. And instead they lost their lives.
As the memorial continues to grow in Colorado, the city is now offering counseling for those who need someone to talk to after Saturday's attack. And as the nation mourns the victims of yet another deadly mass shooting, President Joe Biden is reacting. The president released a statement saying, quote, "Places that are supposed to be safe spaces of acceptance and celebration should never be turned into places of terror and violence. Yet it happens far too often. We must drive out the inequities that contribute to violence against LGBTQI+ people. We cannot and must not tolerate hate." While officials are still trying to determine a motive for the tragedy, President Biden compared it to the 2016 Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, Florida.